All right. Let's do the sound test. Sound test. All right, that's good. First and foremost, as always, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakwadash, love honors to the apostles and elders of Great and Stone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers and highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom. This is the brother Iron from James Shemika Camp. You know, as the title says, sing a few psalms. And the inspiration of this is that the fact that I'm going through the book of Psalms, and it's a very comforting book, a very comforting book. And I'm going to actually go through about three of them right now, very, very short. I was going to go through them one at a time, but I thought maybe it's best to just do maybe a mini open forum or something along the line, right? So before I begin, the first precept I'm going to bring out is Ephesians chapter 5, starting at verse 19. It says, speaking to yourselves in psalms. As a matter of fact, when we reach start at verse 18, it says, and be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your hearts to Yahweh, giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father in the name, unto God the Father, Salakia, in the name of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, submitting yourselves unto submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. Right. So the reason why that stood out is, as I said, in the book of Psalms, and it's a very comforting book. When I see how David crying to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, when majority of it was by David, when I'm distressed, he call upon the Most High to deliver him. If him if him happy, and praise the Most High and thank the Most High, and if him go off, and beg the Most High for mercy. So in whatever situation him is, him always call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And as going through the Psalms, I really can see myself as say these words to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. As a matter of fact, I actually use the Psalms to pray sometime, you know. So it really relates to a lot, and it really helps you to be comforted and be like, oh yeah, hey, you really ask Most High for this way, and the Most High can really do that. So it really keep you grounded. It really is comforting, to my spirit. And know the brother Kabash from our camp, hey, love the Psalms, in really always draw to the accounts of King David, that brother spirit always, most of the example, him always say, hey, King David this or King David that, and really zoning on King David as a man of the Lord, right? So with no further ado, I'm going to go to Psalms. The first one I'm going to read is Psalms. Let me see. Yeah, can I start at 11, right? So it's Psalms 11, verse 1. It says, in Yahweh put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? So it make it plain. I'm trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And as we said, when I read these Psalms, it's like I ask myself a question, I say like, hey, are you really trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Can you boldly and confidently say, oh, in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai I trust? Right? And him go for push him argument further. So him asks a question, right? Uh, it says, how say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may shoot privately, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. And we see Esau do that right now, through the media, through the environment where we set where once anytime you have some form of righteousness or some something of the fear or the spirit of Yahweh come out, the majority always willing to be adverse towards it, you know. So they can do various ways, and also the time will come when they physically shoot at the of the upright in heart, because in real will try destroy the prophets. When them do it directly from governments are we in turn two-third mind to come up against it, unbelievers mind to come up against it, actually kill it, because some of we are gonna be martyrs, right? It says in the foundations be destroyed, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So David asks, how you have to say this, right? This is the answer. It says, Yahweh is in his holy temple. and Yahweh's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. He tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated. So I'm like, so look here, yeah, all that happen, but Yahweh is in heaven. So we really believe, say, oh, Yahweh Shemir Shai, the up and look down upon all of the madness for Esau bring upon the face of the earth, right? He believes that him really put we through trials to build we up. He believe that him really are recompense the wicked for all what they want to do, right? Then there are questions I'm ask myself as I go through these Psalms. And through the Spirit, the answer is always yes. And as I said, that's why it's good to go through these books because it really comforts you, it really reassures you that, hey, remember, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua watch. That basically that's what David did always have in mind. So look, in all cases, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is there, right? Continuing, it says, verse 5 again says, Yahweh tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence is so hated. Upon the wicked ye shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest that shall be the portion of their cup. So, hey, all of the unbelievers, right? Esau, the so-called white man, and even the heathen, all who are against righteousness, that's what they might get. They might get snares, they might get fire and brimstone, which is these thermonuclear missiles, and then basically have a tempest coming. So that's them portion. So although they might seem like them have the upper hand now, and everything might seem like, oh, Esau are the man and Esau are the power. Hey, the scripture reminds me that look, the Most High is in heaven, he must see everything, right? So that will reassure, so that will be like, hey, don't be troubled. Hey, the Lord got this, right? And him go and say, look what the Lord tried the righteous, but him hate the wicked, right? So if you are trying to be righteous to the best of your ability, then have faith that you don't have to worry about that. Have faith in the mercies, right? Have faith that the Lord is strong enough to deliver you, right? Verse 7 says, For the righteous Yahweh loveth righteousness. His countenance doth behold the upright. So, hey, him watch your works as well, right? So, hey, don't worry about man. Worry about Yahweh Shemir Shai. Despite what man I do and despite all of the plans, focus on Yahweh Shemir Shai. Don't make that bother you, right? And that them form those are the type of reassurance that the Psalms give, right? Going to the next chapter, Psalms 12. It says, verse 1 says, Help, Yahweh, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. And yeah, sometimes we might feel like that, when we go about our daily lives, we see how the majority of our people are unbelievers. For brothers who live in the States, being around Edomites, being around these other Edens, you can see and see certain things you feel. You can feel the frequency of and the spirit darkness and wickedness. Wherever in the world, you can actually feel the level of darkness and gross evil that is upon the face of the earth. And really and truly, those who think righteously are those who have light are them and a few. As the scripture says, there's a small sanctuary, right? So yeah, you'd be like, hey, well, go on. Even Elijah, he said to the Most High, say, them kill all your prophets. And the Most High said, no, I'm reserve 7,000 men, unto myself. So you'd feel away and say, the righteous man say, everybody that's wicked. Like, what happened? So you ask the Most High for help because when the wicked basically come up against you, whatever want be in a one quote unquote, argument, you tutor that was something I could put in a point where a little form of righteousness in it. Them get at it, in any way, shape, or form, or whatever want be, them want to come to you physically if you have based on your meds or whatever. You really feel like the godly man sees it. I ask the Most High for help, which is a good sign. But it'll continue and go further. Right? It says, verse 2 says, they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak. And exactly, every conversations where the unbelievers and even Esau himself and him New World Order and these heathens, all of what them do, whatever one with them gods or them agenda, is vain, it's empty. Because no counsel shall go against the counsel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is what? The elect shall be saved, and Israel shall basically obtain salvation, right? Lord Yahweh shall return it to basically gather people and basically rule in righteousness. That are the ultimate end goal. So the Esau New World Order make no sense. All the unbelievers want to believe in a house and car and money and who want the society to go back normal and All of that vain. And then also double tongue because guess what? Everybody are trying to get over each other. Everybody are trying to get a one up on each other. Whether it be righteous or unrighteous, that no matter to them, right? But it all continue and go down, right? Verse 3 says, Yahweh shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speaketh proud things. Exactly, because with the hour of temptation coming up, everything will be tried. And all unrighteousness will get cut off, right? The scripture says, oh, faith shall flourish, right? Truth shall flourish, righteousness shall flourish. All these things are actually will come back into play. So, hey, this hour of temptation, all these atrocities and the hell with a lot about the rain upon the society, of actually bring it back together, of actually purge out all of the bad to bring in the good, right? Verse 4 says, Who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us? Exactly. That's how them pray. So hey, a man can't feel like he can say what he wants and do what he want to do and not come out of it. Even against the prophets. Verse 5 says, For the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy, no will I arise, say Yahweh. Because you have righteous people out there, we basically are try. We are fight for salvation to the best of our abilities. Yeah, we are fall, but at least we are seek unto Yahweh Shai. We know that we need it. That's why we say we call help. That's why we beg for the mercy. That's why we beg for the spirit of righteousness. That's why, hey, we sigh and cry. As the scripture says, put a mark upon them that what? Sigh and cry for all your abominations that be done thereof. Right? And that who did that the most I say what? I read it back. It says, for the oppression of the poor, which to Esau do that and the heathen, plus even 2/3 of one people, for the sign of the needy, no will I arise, say Yahweh. So now that we see them things, so if we know that the Most High is coming back, I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. So all who come against righteousness, all who go against the men of the Lord, right? All who come against the spirit of the Lord say I'm gonna make those who actually with him, I'm gonna put them in a safety. That then again show that look we comforting because you know that look we don't have to worry about them because how much shall have us, right? Verse 6 says, The words of Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of the earth, purified 7 times. And why this is so? Because everything what Yahweh says actually comes to pass. Everything what Yahweh shows through the Spirit always come to pass, That's why any situation we can think of on the face of the earth, you can find a precept for bucket. It's proven time and time again that the scriptures is 100% true. The spirit which is in this book, which is the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai, it basically covers everything. It never miss, never, right? So if him words never miss, and him say I'll keep the godly, right? And all who puff at them, him basically put them down. Comfort again, right? Verse 7 says, Thou shalt keep them, O Yahweh, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. So you see that? The men of the Lord are going to be preserved. People will actually accept the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai through faith, right? We basically will get that mercy, that the fear of the Lord. Them are going to be preserved, right? That's what the scripture says. I read it again, right? It says, Thou shalt keep them, O Yahweh, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. So we're going to be preserved from all who are taught against, all who are come up against, whether they want to be them of their own household, whether they want to be them of their own nation, whether they want to be a heathen, whether they want to be Esau. The Lord are going to preserve you. As long as you are basically, as the scripture says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. They also say, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right? So just remember in all things that look, Yahweh Hashem Shai got us. And as the first line, the first word in the chapter say help. So call upon Yahweh Hashem Shai, call for help, because the scripture make you know that look, he is there. Right? Verse 8 says, The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, which is true. So now that we see the society, now that we see that there's gross darkness, we know that, hey, the vilest men are Esau right now because of them are rule. And that's why the earth in the condition we're in right now, because everybody are following with philosophies, everybody are following with witchcraft, you know, everybody basically are go with everything what Esau said. Everything when put on them table, them eat it. But guess what? The scripture says you can't eat of the table of devils, of the devil, and of the table of the Lord. So basically, we're blessed enough to eat from the table of the Lord, therefore we shall be preserved. Right? We're good as long as with all humility, we acknowledge how much and pray that He keep us in the spirit. Right? Chapter 13, it says, how long? So even if that case we feel like a burden down, you know, I feel like, hey, you know, this hour time we are down and out and weak in the spirit, this is a good psalm to read. Psalms 13, verse 1, it says, how long wilt thou forget me, O Yahweh, forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? And you can ask the Most High that. Hey, remember the Apostle Gabar say a while back that, look, hey, remind the Most High promises, yo. Remind him about the promise we make with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remind him of the promise we make with some of our forefathers like Solomon, when we say, oh, if we never cry, we seek him face diligently. As a matter of fact, let me see if we can get it really quickly. Just a quick second. Chronicles, Slovakia. Slovakia. I can't find the precept right now. It said, if the people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and seek me, this is what it come from. Can put that on the comment board for Wakasha. No, it's in Chronicles. Or found it. Second Chronicles 7 verse 14. It says, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. And that are one of the promises where the Most High make unto Solomon, right? So we can remind him of that. So even David will say, oh, how long wilt thou forget me? Forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? So we ask him, say, how long we're going to Babylon? You know, the scripture says, hasten the day. You say, you pray the Most High for return and make good and promise and preserve the righteous, you know. That's why the brothers always pray for the elect. That's why I always say this is all about the elect. And that's why we pray the Most High that we hope and will be a part of that number. And we hasten to actually come and deliver us, you know, with all boldness and humility at the same time. Right? Going down, verse 2 says, how long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? And yet, sometimes I feel away there, like, yo, how long we're going to Esau society? You know, how long we're going to deal with 2/3 of our people? You know, how long we're going to deal with Moab and the heathen? How long now we're going to live in all of this filth and garbage, yo? Hey, sometimes you pray, yo, how about you, question? Let's take us right now, yo. You know, let's return on this. Let's go back in the land. Like, whenever you think about the kingdom, it's like, damn, you know, the spirit does overwhelm. You know, so hey, you have prayers like that in the scripture will help you when you know that mindset. So remind like ask, hey, how long, Lord? How long? You know, you plea unto the Lord for actually return, right? Verse 3 says, consider and hear me, O Yahweh, my power, enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Because, hey, we're in so much darkness where, hey, Satan, the scripture says, Satan go about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Hey, if the spirit of the Lord are with you, it's easy for you to go son, go back, go and sleep, or get drafted in the wander out of the way of understanding, you know, being in the congregation of the dead. As David said, enlighten my eyes so that I not so. It says, enlighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. You know? But I would say we get bombarded with all of them evil and darkness on a daily basis. It's like you beg your heart, and I say, oh, just come back because really and truly, me don't want to go off. Or basically, give me a spirit to hold me, you know, enlighten me, keep a spirit upon me. But I caution because, hey, Hey, it's dark out there. You know the end of what happened to those who don't believe Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, you know the end of those who even turn back from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So you wouldn't want that. So yeah, you beg the Most High to hasten, so that you don't be overcome. You know, you hasten and pray that He keep you. You know, because a part of it is what patience. So you just constantly pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Once again, acknowledging of the Most High, comfort that's comfort right there, right? Read from these books, read from these chapters, right? Going down, verse 4 says, "Lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in thy mercy, and my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation." Exactly, because two-thirds might feel like they will win. Esau might feel like they will win. The heathen might feel like they will win. You know? But at the end of the day, what? We trust in the mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We trust that we might have mercy upon us so that we can basically what? We can prevail so that we can get salvation. You know, so trusting in the mercy for adventure, we receive salvation, right? Even though we are say how long, but we just beg him, say, look here, have mercy upon us, say, come save us of a question, you know. Verse 5 again says, "But I have trusted in thy mercy, my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. I will sing unto Yahweh, because he hath dealt bountifully with me." Exactly. And once you have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, once you have trust in thy mercy, once you have faith, once you have prayer and basically have grown in the spirit, the Lord are going to deal bountiful with you. You just have to have that boldness in righteousness, that boldness in faith. You know, you have to just trust in the Lord's mercy and know that, look, him going to deliver you, because how shall I say, if you pray for anything and in a name with faith, you're going to receive it. So pray for mercy with faith, pray for salvation with faith. That way, it help you to really look forward and trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is ultimately that's what the elect are going to have. That unwavering trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, despite the odds, despite the situation. Them are always trusting in the Most High and trust that Him are going to deliver them once them call upon them. Right? That's the key. Right? Continuing. Just two more. This is Psalms 14, verse 1. It says, "The fool had said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that do it good," which is what? Primarily Esau. Because Esau having Big Bang Theory and feel like him are the Most High. That's why I'm trying to control everything for the face of the planet Earth. And that is why I try to go as far as with implementing RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. We try to tag everything and everybody and have them connected to the Internet of Things, so we can basically be omnipresent, or omnipotent, right? It basically want it everywhere at every time, keep track of everything from cradle to grave, right? But there is already a God, right? There is already a God. The scripture of Yahweh say, "Oh, there is no God with me." So if you are trying to make yourself a God, it most likely of proof whether or not a one God or two, right? Verse 2 says, "Yahweh looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. They are all gone aside, they are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no not one." No, not one. And as I say, based upon this current setup with its darkness ruling, the majority of people not seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, nowadays you have even people claim to them they believe in a God and turn atheists, or have performed some form of witchcraft or some form of idolatry in some way, shape, or form. Even some people claim to them believe in the scriptures. But guess what? That is not it. It basically move from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Verse 4 says, "Having all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call upon Yahweh," which can even go with some of these leaders, like back then with the wicked scribes and Pharisees. Then basically eat up the people and oppress them with basically a little usury and basically all form of unlawful practices. As how shall I say, them basically preach the law, but would attempt to one of them with them finger, with the moving of them finger, they would attempt to know. So they say, "Oh, do do what they say and don't do as they do. You know, because they may feel like them righteous are called for the most, but them are the all form of iniquity, right? Verse 5, it says, there were they in great fear, for Yahweh is in the generation of the righteous. Exactly. He have shamed the counsel of the poor because Yahweh is his refuge. And that's the thing. Once you're walking in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, them try put you in a one box or try cast you aside. That's why Yahweh Shai said, look, if the world hates you, know that it hated me before it hated you. He also said the servant is not greater than his master. Because he know that once you preach Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the world will not accept you. Right? Even those that claim that they are part of the truth, or those that claim that they are walking in light and knowledge or whatever, when they bring the righteousness or you bring the light of Yahweh Shai, they basically put you aside. Right? It says, verse 7 says, oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion, when Yahweh bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad. And that's what I look forward to. The salvation to come out of Zion, right? And that's why we're rejoicing that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is on his way back, right at the doors. Hey, you see what takes place in the world right now, yo? The digital age have come to basically get ready to pick its fruit. RFID chip, 5G technology, cryptocurrency, World War III, breakdown of societies, COVID-19, earthquakes, all form of plagues. Hey, people, the elect waking up, prophecies popping off right, left, and center. Say, hey, salvation is on its way. Salvation is here. Let's just say it that way, yo. Right? The final one, Psalms 15, is Psalms 15, verse 1, it says, Yahweh, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? And that's the thing now. If you want to have an idea of what some of the characteristics that you need to have in the spirit, to be a part of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua's tabernacle, through the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Dash, this psalm will tell you, Psalm 15, they give you a few things that you're supposed to have within the spirit, right? And it's a guide, and also what? Comfort, help, give you a starting point, right? It says, he that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh truth in his heart. So that's the thing. You have to pray the spirit of uprightness. You have to pray for the spirit of righteousness. Pray for the spirit of speaking of a true heart, which takes you learning these scriptures, which takes you learning the fear of the Lord. You praying for the fear of the Lord. You praying constantly to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to give you the spirit and to give you these characteristics, right? Verse 3, it says, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor take up a reproach against his neighbor, which always go back to what? Basically, the laws, as Yahweh Shai say, the law of hold upon two things. Love the Lord with all thy heart and all thy might, right? And love thy neighbor as thyself, right? Which if you basically exercise the law, right, to the best of your ability, that is exactly what you're doing, right? So two things that done, you pray for the spirit, exercise the scriptures to the best of your ability, right? Because that's another key thing. It requires prayer, but these spiritual songs actually comfort the spirit and help guide you and lift your spirits, right? Verse 4 says, in whose eyes a vile person is contempt, but he honoreth them that fear Yahweh, he that swear to his own earth and change it not. So that's the next thing. You don't uphold people that are evil. You don't agree with evil acts. You don't basically exalt people of a corrupt character, of a corrupt spirit or a corrupt mind. You basically shun them. Or as the scripture says, cry aloud, spare not. Let them know the words and at least they repent. We already know 2/3 now going to repent, or a majority, the ungodly now going to repent, but nonetheless, and then you just put on the one and drop the word, you keep it moving, just keep on pushing. But they say, you honor them that fear the Lord, and that is why it's so important that they show a lot of charity and love towards the brotherhood. Don't walk the walk with you and help build each other, help build each other, because really and truly, hey, if you are what this fight, you know how hard it is sometimes. You know what it is like. You know what it's like going through the fiery furnace. You know, you have good days, you have bad days, you have cool days, you have hot days. You know, we basically get molded. So hey, honor them where they're beside you, and work towards building each other. That is how you honor them that fear the Lord. Now, if it's a case that them basically them spirit off, or they might get kicked out of the camp or whatever, that have nothing to do with you. That's between them and Yahweh and Yahshai. Just do your part, right? But the Lord will reveal what He will reveal. But just remember that we're all in flesh, and just like how you get this gift, the Most I can also take it from you. So, hey, so honor them, yo, especially the brotherhood, yo, and those who are labor towards the ministry, the sisters, the believers, the helps, those who are sincere towards this truth, yo. You honor them, you know, you deal with them as best as possible. And even to turn, because unlike you are the unbelievers, because unlike say you have to go there, you have to commit adultery with an unbeliever wife, or you know, you have to basically go off, or you have to treat them like crap. You see Jake, you just talk them to Jake, and you know, be doing too much for no reason, you know. That I know what I say, but especially, you know, especially to them who are walking on this way today, right? Those who are pushing how much you know, shine out sincerity and truth, you know, honor those men, you know, and you show honor by how you treat brothers and you treat those who are following this ministry, right? Verse 5, it says, He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor take it. Oh, and also it says, He that sweareth to his own earth and change it not, you know, sticking to your words to the best of your ability. And the spirit the scriptures, how shall I tell us how to do that? So you let a yea be yea and a nay be nay. And if you say yea and something happen and you end up change, give prior warning. And if you say nay, you know, let it be known, because hey, sometimes it's sweet. The thing about it, like we say yes and you literally cannot perform it. It's not that it's an inconvenience you are, you know, where you of course arm don't say somebody take the blow, but like if it's a case where like you literally cannot do it, like it literally impossible, then yeah, we understand. But let's be a man of etiquette and give prior warning. But for the most part, the years be yea and your nay be nay. I beg the most I forget the spirit to stick to that to the best of our ability, whether or not it come at us somewhat inconvenience, or as the scripture say, it become a hurt unto you. And also that's why I also say, oh, if the Lord will, because the Lord also say, oh, this we're supposed to swear, because we can't make one we can't add to a stature, basically, right? So because we're not our own, we're not the most high, we can't will things into existence. So if the Lord will, yea, if the Lord will, nay, depending on the situation. If it's a nay, then nay, because XYZ can't be done. Right? Verse 5 it says, He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor take ward against the innocent, he that doeth these things shall never be moved. Which is right. You know, because what you have the right spirit. So therefore, when you have that spirit, that means that you're in the tabernacle of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, therefore you're secured. And you pray to the Lord to give you that spirit. Right? So hey, that's I would say different things, different situations. You use these psalms to pray. You use these psalms to comfort yourself. You use these psalms to build up to the spiritual and also brothers. You know, build up yourself and brothers, right? So I really hope that this was edifying. There's one from the comment board. It says Starbian. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The names, it says St. John 12, verse 25. It says, He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal, which is right. You know, so which is what you basically pushing towards the spirit, praying for the spirit, and working towards the spirit to the best of your ability. You know, building a relationship with Yahweh Hashem Shai, so that once you are strength, you can strengthen your brethren. You know, also it's saying that Timothy say, hold fast to the doctrine and that which thou hast learned, right? And if you keep heed unto them, so you will basically save yourself and those that hear you. So you build up yourself all toward edifying of the flock, all towards the work of the Yahweh Hashem Shai. Not your will, but His will be done, or their will be done, right? Which is basically the Most High will to Yahweh Shai. So with that, hope this was edifying. You know, hope this was comforting to brothers. Hope this was faith building. Hope you see how you can use the Psalms to actually comfort yourself to the Spirit. You know, ask yourself certain spiritual questions and basically find a way to get connected to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Hope this was edifying. Once more, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Soul who rule well, sincerely. Double honors. And shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word north, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, shalom.